Usually Jessica does that. I feel like usually Jessica does that, and she's always got the. She's not here today, so I got myself, and that's really good. Okay, so just for those who are watching the replay, we are excited to have you on, and I am Alexis, even though my nameplate says Leisha, that's a mistake. And today we're gonna go over, we'll talk about how the week went and answer some questions, and hopefully a few more people jump on. Oh, good. Here's Jenica. Hey, Jenica. I'm actually going to put in the chat. Let's see. Really quick. I'll put it in the chat because people may have forgotten, and I feel like we probably did not send out the thingy, the reminder. Let's see. Okay. Okay, got it. I got this. Copy. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, here we go. Oh, hey, Kelsey. Hey, Jenica. What's up?
Hey.
um, hey, Alicia. Okay, so let's get started. This week we gave you guys a list of baby steps, and we gave you a list of like swaps if you're trying to go low tox in your house and in your life and stuff like that. So I would love to hear which baby steps you guys did. Oh, the Zoom room number. Oh dear. The Zoom room number. Kelsey, do you still need that? Because it looks like you made your way in.
It's just that I'm on my phone right now and I would like to be on my laptop instead.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to
Okay.
find my email, but I can't.
Oh shoot. Let's see. Alicia, do you know that? It's asked for a Zoom room number? Okay, hang on. I bet you I can
You're
figure this.
you're trying to join on your laptop and you can't access like the GroupMe link is what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, I could type it in, but I guess I'm lazy.
Let's do this the quick way. Kelsey, just give me your email right now.
In the chat or?
Yeah. And then we'll get this to your email right now. Don't you worry. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. Here we go. Okay. I just sent you that.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes, you're so welcome. Okay, well, I'm just glad that you're here. I'm glad that everyone is here. Okay, so we are gonna talk about what baby steps we did, how it went. And then Mikkel wanted to go first. So just take it away if you're ready. Let me know if you're ready with baby and stuff.
Your video is off too. I don't know.
Oh, it is? Oh, shoot. Yeah. Okay. Well, we don't want that. Okay. Okay. Can you see me now?
Yes, you're good.
Oh, good. Okay, great. All right. And I'm just going to pull up. Here we go. All right. Did you want to go, Mikkel? Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay. Yeah. So I loved the list of all of the non-tox swaps. I actually got diagnosed with an autoimmune disorder
Oh,
almost 3 years ago. So I was kind of forced to make a lot of those non-tox swaps really, really quickly.
yeah.
So I was reading through all of those and I was like, okay, I'm actually doing pretty well. Like I've done all of this already. So that was really validating, but there's a lot of brands that I hadn't heard of. So I was excited to check those out. But the baby step that I took this week, I still hadn't gotten an air purifier. I would love an air doctor one day. We'll see if that's ever one day in the budget. But our kids' rooms are really, really tiny. So even I don't think that we would ever be able to put an air doctor in our kids' rooms. But
Totally, they're
some
kind of
air
big.
purifiers went on sale for Prime Day. So I got some smaller, like tabletop ones for their rooms.
Nice.
Just thinking like something is better than nothing, even if it's not air doctor quality. Hopefully it's helping. The other baby step that I want to take is we have a reverse osmosis for our kitchen. It's not a
Uh-huh.
whole house one, which would
Uh-huh.
be nice one day, but it has been like a nagging thought in my head that I need to get some sort of a filter for my kids' bathrooms, because when they're upstairs playing, they will get drinks out of just the tap water, and just where we live is just known for not
Oh,
having really great tap water. And so it
yeah.
kind of makes me nervous just having them get drinks in the bathroom all the time. And then with a baby, I want to get like the bathtub one for her
Mhm.
skin. So I was just kind of going in the mindset of those are the two things that I wanted to do. And then Prime Day happened, and I was like, okay, I'll just get whatever's on sale.
Yes.
And the air purifier is what went on sale. I didn't see any of the water purifiers go on sale. So I'm definitely going to keep a lookout for those next. But yeah, that's what I did. And it felt good to finally get something in their rooms. Hope it just helps, keep them healthy and does something.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love that. Good job. Yay, that's amazing. And don't you just love it when you're like, I had a ton of things in my Amazon cart like the last several weeks, just waiting for Prime Day.
Mhm.
So that's like perfect timing too. I
It
love
was,
that.
yeah. And it felt so good to like get something checked off the list.
Yes, I know. I love that. That's such a good idea with the um bathtub filters. I know that's Jessica. She does those and I was like, "Oh yeah, I definitely should um get something like that or the shower ones or,
Mhm.
those are also good to have." Are you guys are you in Harriman? Is that where you're
I'm in Colorado.
Oh, you're in Colorado. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Sorry, I just assumed you were in Utah. Yeah, I used to live in a really bad water area too. And actually I do now too. But I mean, it is funny, like once you start drinking from the RO, if you ever try tap water, you're just like, whoa, that is
Yeah.
really
Like, I don't
different.
want my kids drink it. I think it tastes nasty.
It's disgusting. Yeah. It's like chloriney and like, yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, cool. That is awesome. I'm so glad you're feeling good about that. Did you face any like challenges with that, or mostly it was just kind of like an easy, simple thing for you?
Uh, it was a pretty easy, simple thing. I just kind of had to, I think I mentioned this last week that I have a lot of like decision paralysis, and I like to just
Yeah.
sit on something and research it to death. Um, but so it was good that it was on a Prime Day sale, because otherwise I think I would have just thought about it for weeks. But it was like,
Yes.
oh, it's on sale. I need to grab this now. And yeah, it was good. So I feel better with having those in.
Oh my gosh, love it. That's so good. I know I also suffer from decision paralysis and
It was
over
good. Yeah.
researching.
Having
Yeah.
it only on sale for like a short amount of time was like, okay, well, I guess this is
Yeah.
the
You need the deadline. You do, though.
yeah.
I love that. Good job. That's so great. Is there anything else? What else can I help you with this week?
Um, oh, I was trying to do the 10 minutes of inventory.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not sure I was logging my food right. Is there a tutorial somewhere like how
Yes.
to log stuff correctly in the app?
Yes, there
Okay.
is. I can send you the link for that. It's on our website. There might be some in the app. But I thought it was just the website. Jessica, are
There's
those
It's not in the app. That's a
okay?
good idea though. put it in the app because that would be easier. But yeah, there's just a link we can send you.
Okay.
Perfect,
Yep.
that'd be
I will
great.
send the tutorials link.
Yeah, just making sure that I'm like logging like quantities and things correctly.
Totally. Okay. And that's like really good. That's really good feedback, actually. Thank you. Quantities. So you were having questions on what kind of quantities you were doing and how that was
I think
going.
there was like insert the unit or something like that,
Yeah.
and then the quantity, and it was like the cans of chicken from Costco. I'm like,
Mhm.
well, is a can the unit or is the can the
Oh,
quantity? So that, or is the serving size the unit? Yeah, so I was just
Do you want me to
Right.
speak
wanting
to
to
that,
make sure
Alexis?
that was
oh, go ahead, Alicia.
I can speak to that right now, Mikkel, but then you can also check out the tutorial. Because so it's flexible, like, which can obviously be confusing, but it's just nice because people can pick what they want. So like with the canned chicken from Costco, one unit could be like the pack of 6, or it could be one can. But just I probably would do it as one can. So I'd probably put like one, is it like 12 ounce? You know, so 12 ounce would be the amount, and then the unit would be ounce.
Oh, okay.
That's how I would do it personally. And then for the calories, you do like how many servings are in one can. So if it's like, oh, there's 2 servings and it's like 300 calories, I don't know, I'm just making stuff up, but then that would just be for one can that you put it in. But then if you wanted to do like the whole 6-pack, you could. But like for me, it's just easier to rotate through, and I just take one can out at a time, so it just makes sense to like decrease the quantity. So, but it is flexible, so you can do it however you want, whatever makes the most sense to you. But that's one way that I think personally makes sense for me. So
Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
Cool. All right. Anything else?
Nope, I think that's it for me.
Okay, perfect. All right. Who wants to go next? We've got Kelsey and Emily.
I just have to like set my son up because he's interrupting everything at the moment.
No
So,
worries. No worries whatsoever. Emily, did you want to go while Kelsey's getting herself situated?
Yeah, I can go.
Awesome.
I already do a lot of this stuff. Like I've already done a lot of this stuff. So there wasn't really, I have not logged my toiletries though. So I do still need to do that. One tip that I can give to all of you, that maybe might help is for, air filtering. I had heard from someone that does like, kind of like mold mitigation and stuff, that just if you just turn on your fan and your HVAC systems and leave it going all the time, that will filter your air better than those air filters that you buy that you put in a room. Because he said that you would have to have those in like literally every room of your house for them to be effective. So he just said to leave the fan on all the time. So that's what I do at my house. And then that filters out, like probably makes it so you have to change your filter more often.
Mm-hmm.
But it just uses your own furnace filter to filter it and
That is a
recirculate.
really good thought. Yeah, that's a really good thought. And they sell like really heavy duty furnace filters these days. Like actually Air Doctor has a furnace filter. And I would think also it just doesn't allow stuff to settle in your vents. You know what I mean? Like through all because there's so many like tubes and pathways and stuff through the vents. It probably just doesn't allow things like that to settle in there.
Yeah, I also did something where I got all of my, a few weeks ago, I got all of my vents sealed. I don't know if anyone's heard of that, but
No, what does that mean?
They come in with this machine and they spray like this white, it's almost like white Elmer's glue. And I guess I didn't realize this, but there's a lot of, in your vents, there's a lot of areas that are like cracks, or I wouldn't call them holes, but like where the vents go together and they're not tight unions. So you're losing a lot of the air. and spending a lot of money on
Whoa.
heating and cooling, like basically your ceilings and in between your walls and floors. And so they can seal all of that up, and they actually show you before they run a like a diagnostic, and they show you how much percentage of air you're losing in your vents.
Oh, wow.
They run that before, and then after they spray it all in your vents, it seals them all, then they run it after and tell you how much you're losing then, and like the percentage of air loss that you're that they fixed.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we've noticed our AC is running like a lot better. It gets a lot colder. Supposedly it's supposed to cut down the dust in your house too.
Hmm.
And
That is so interesting. I have never heard of that before.
it's kind of pricey, but we saved up to do it, and we figure we'll save that money in utility bills, hopefully.
Yes, hopefully. I know, but it's nice just alone that it gets colder. I
Yeah.
live in a very hot climate, like for this summer is hotter than others, but it's been kind of around like one in the teens, like 116, 113
Oh, wow.
for a few weeks. It's usually like not that hot. I feel like usually we get like a week or two of that, and then it kind of stays around like 105. But
Very
yeah,
hot.
and so we're always like, okay, need to cool down.
Yeah. This summer's been really hot where I'm at too.
That's really cool. So was there anything else on the list that you were like wanting to work on this week, or that you were like, that would be a good one for me to try?
Probably just logging like all of the toiletries and stuff in the app. I need to do that.
Nice. Yeah, that makes a huge difference actually, because I mean, toiletry, like food storage is like, not typically a problem, but like their toiletries, I feel like it's easy to forget about those and let
Yeah,
them
you
run
just
out. And then, yeah,
sure, and then you won't have those like if you have an emergency, obviously.
totally. And can you imagine not having toilet paper? I mean, that's what everyone was thinking during COVID, but
Oh, totally.
then you
No,
would
I
not
can't
talk about that
imagine not having
anyway.
toilet paper. That would be
I
awful.
know that would be a nightmare. Just invest in some bidets. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, that's great. Would you like me to follow up with you on that in our next call on how it went logging
Sure.
some toiletries? Okay,
Sure.
cool. I can do that. All right, I'll write that down. Good. Okay, and what else can I help you with?
Nothing. I think I'm good with this area.
You're doing pretty good? Okay,
Yeah.
great. Is there anything else just like in any like preparedness wise period that I can help out with at all?
I can't think of something right now, but
Okay, cool. Just let me know. You can put it in the group chat on GroupMe, and
Okay.
and we'll be there for you.
Thanks so much.
No problem. Thanks for being here. Hey Kelsey, are you ready to go?
Yes. Hi. I'm
Awesome.
gonna put on the video even.
Yay. I love to see your face.
Um, so yeah, this is kind of cool because like this was like a sort of recent change I made with
Uh-huh.
like my cleaning products and stuff,
Uh-huh.
because like I was using Clorox and just like the hardest stuff ever, and then my I don't know why like it was so recently, but like my finger like my finger started to peel and like burn whenever I would use it, and like like my skin was peeling off, and like it and like I just started coughing a lot more like when I started using the product, and I'd been using it my whole life, and so I was like, why is this only now happening to me, and I was just like, okay, this is weird. I should find an alternative, so I was looking all over for stuff.
Mhm.
And I found the EcoSense products, and they are awesome, and I
Are
don't have
those
those
the
problems
cloths that
anymore.
are like similar to Norwex? They're like Eco
No,
cloths.
EcoSense is like, do you know Melaleuca?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's their products. So
Oh,
it's like
nice.
everything. Yeah, it's everything from like detergent like, you know, for your dishwasher.
Oh, EcoSense. Yes, my
Yeah.
mother-in-law got us a bunch of that stuff. Okay, yeah, I know EcoSense. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And so like that, like I just noticed like a physical difference just using their products. So I actually,
Amazing.
and it's great for storage too, because they send it to you in a concentrate form. And
Yeah,
so it's a lot smaller. And so like I've got 6 bottles in like a bottle this big, you know?
amazing. I love that.
Yeah. So it's pretty awesome. So yeah, like that has totally changed my life. And like I'm trying to get my mom to switch over because she was like showing me her hands and how dry they were and like stuff. And I was like, that
Yeah.
looks good to me, you know? And
Well,
so
that's like chemical burns.
Mhm.
That's like,
Yeah,
yeah, your skin is chemically reacting with the stuff.
yeah, yeah. And I was
That's
like,
so crazy.
you know, and anyway, it's a great, like, so like all my stuff has totally switched over to like Melaleuca products, which are like, you know, even my hair products, my skin products, and they're like all natural, all like, you know, and none of their stuff is on their shelves for more than 4 months. And you know, it's great stuff there. So that was one thing that I was like, cool, I've got that covered. And then also I'm just like a sensitive person, I guess, because
Yeah.
like I've had like my air filters for like ever, you know, since college, you know, because like I just like everything makes me like have a reaction. And you know, so like I have my air filters, I have my clean products now, and um stuff. So this was kind of an easier week, I guess, because I was
That
like
is
looking at it, like
amazing.
I've got that, I've got that, I've got that. But yeah, so the only thing that like I was thinking about like with the toiletries and like the toilet
Uh-huh.
paper and stuff, I was like, what if like I got a bidet instead and then I wouldn't have to like worry so much? You
Oh,
know, I
totally.
mean, as long as like anyway, I've just been thinking about that for a long time, but they're so expensive and I'm
Oh.
just like, I don't know.
I know. There's lots of different kinds though. We have a bidet, we have bidets in one, two, three. Oh, so I guess all three bathrooms. And oh, bye, Alicia. Alicia said, "You guys are amazing. Gotta go," because she has a dentist appointment right now. Um, but yeah, so ours are the previous owners of our home put them in, but they're just like these tubes with like a sprayer, like it almost looks like a kitchen sink sprayer, and you have to
Mhm.
spray yourself, you know, like it's not like those ones that are like electric and stuff. And so maybe you could Google something like that and just see. But yeah, I feel that. Even though I will say though, even when we use the bidets, we still use a little bit of toilet paper to like clean up and stuff, you know? So there's that. Um, but okay, I am amazed. Like you've just changed all your products. Was that like in the last year or when was that?
Yeah, it was just over a year ago that I switched over, that I was like really starting to, because like I would avoid cleaning because I was like I have to
Wow.
put on gloves and my hands get all sweaty and just like it's awful, you know, and like I hate it.
Yeah.
And if I don't wear the gloves, then I'm burning, like, you know, and so, so yeah, now I'm like, okay, now I don't mind cleaning so much, you know, and
Oh
because I
my
can,
gosh.
which is
How do
great.
you feel like that's like changed your body? Like, do you feel a difference in your body since like moving all those products over?
Yeah, I feel healthier. Like I would get sick, like it was so weird. I would get like a bronchitis, like a bout of bronchitis every February, like first or second week of
Wow.
February. And this is kind of an interesting story because it's funny because I one year I went to the doctor to get like an inhaler prescription for my bronchitis. Not
Hmm.
that I don't know. I just do that because I'm like I need to get over this quickly. And so I was like, I need a prescription for this bronchitis that I have. And he was like, okay. So he gives me the prescription. Then a year later, a year and a week later, I go back because I'm sick again. And like, you know, inhalers expire in less than a year. So
Sure.
I was like, I need another prescription. And he was like, you don't need another prescription. I gave you a prescription last week. And I was like, this happens every year. I was here last week. And he was like,
Oh,
oh. oh yeah, sorry, this was like a year ago, but he thought I was in there like a week before because like
Oh, because
asking for
it's
yeah.
just, yeah.
And stuff. But I was like, no, 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 no. Like this literally happens every single year. And he was like, oh, you're right. I guess it does, And I was just like, yeah, well, I wasn't lying, but but it's just like very interesting that like, I would go and like I get like new doctors all the time because I was like constantly moving at the time.
Mm,
Uh, but yeah, it was just like very a funny story because I was like, yeah, this does happen every single year. And I was just like, I wonder
yeah.
if it can help me get ahead of it. And so I was like trying to talk to doctors. I was like, what can I do to get ahead of it? This happens to me every year. And they would just be like, they'd be like kind of skeptical that it was happening every year, first off. And then they'd be like, well, I guess just wash your hands and like, don't get sick, And I was just like, well, that, like I'm not like changing the way that I am all year. So why is this happening like on the dot practically once a year, every year, and then I'm like out for 2 weeks and I can't even get out of bed. And then I switched my cleaning products and like that didn't happen this last year.
Wow. Oh
And it
my
was just
gosh.
absolutely crazy. Like I was totally fine. And so I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if that's like the reason it's only been 1 year, but like, it was just pretty nuts to see such a drastic change, you know?
Oh my gosh.
Like, and because like that is no like not only do I feel healthier like all around and like I'm not experiencing like the burning in my hands or whatever, but like, that's not happening to me. I'm not out 2 weeks out of the year that for like no good reason. Um
Yeah. Which is a
yeah,
huge deal. Like,
yeah, it is. It is. Especially since it's like super painful and like I get to the point where I can't breathe and I feel like I'm gonna die. So it's like it's a big
yeah.
deal.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Mhm.
That's a miracle. That's so crazy. I
Mhm.
mean, it's just a testament to me. I mean, these chemicals are just no joke. And I mean, there's a better way. And it's interesting that it was just more recently that you started getting the burning in your hands. Like, I wonder if they made the formulas stronger around that
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. It could have been
Um,
they were like
mhm.
up to really try to kill this thing. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
Because it was like what 2020-ish time when I started to
Yeah.
feel it.
Okay, well,
You
that
know?
makes sense
Yeah.
because everybody was like, "Oh, we need to kill all the COVID germs." But yeah, wow. Well, I'm so glad that you did that. That's incredible. Thank you for sharing your story. I hope that
Yeah.
I like want you should just shout that story from the rooftops and tell everyone. You should sell Melaleuca products. There you go. Okay,
They
I
have a
love
program.
that. What was that?
They actually do have a program for that where
They
you
do,
just
I
like go.
know, yeah. I know. Yeah, I love Melaleuca. I love doTERRA. I'm more of a doTERRA girl, but I do have quite a few Melaleuca products. I love their lotions. Their lavender
Mhm.
one is so good.
Yeah.
And it's like so good for your skin. It's just amazing.
Mhm.
Um, cool. What can I help you with this week?
Um, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'm pretty much covered. My main thing is like main thing that I was looking at that I really need to do is probably look at my 72-hour kits just to make
Love
sure
it.
they're still intact, still usable, that
Okay,
kind of
that is a
stuff.
good idea. Yeah, a
Yeah.
good time. We say like every 6 months because you also want to change like the seasonal clothes and stuff.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, around general conference time is when, but if you haven't looked at it in a while, like go for it. Are you gonna try to do that this week? Like, did you want me to follow up or is that something you're just gonna add to your list for another week or what?
I'll probably just add it to my list. You can follow up with me if you want. That will make me
Okay, I
get on.
will. I'm like looking forward. We've got, hmm, yeah. Because as far as like physical preparedness, I think we're done with that stuff coming up. We have financial preparedness. and a little more holistic health. So I had a question for all of you guys. Did you feel like this list of baby steps was enough? Because several of you were like, oh, I am already doing most of this, and and so I wondered, like, did you have stuff to do this week? Or was it more like, oh, this is so validating, I got this unlocked, kind of a thing?
I think it was a lot more validating for me, for sure. I want to do the glass food storage
Oh,
container
nice.
still.
Costco.
That-
Costco. You can get that done really quick at Costco because they are expensive. If you look at Target, you're going to pay $60 for like not that big of a set. But
Yeah.
Costco has a huge set. I actually buy I bought 3 sets because they're just so nice to have, and I can freeze stuff. I can freeze stuff in the glass too. And they're $20, and when they're on sale, they're $15. And it's like a bigger set than the ones you get at Target. So
Yeah.
yes, hit that up because that's something you can like get done today. That's like such an easy one. And then throw
Awesome.
all your plastic away. Cool. Emily, what about you? Did you feel like, were you hoping for kind of a more extensive list or like different baby steps this time?
No, I think it's good. If anything, it's validating, like, oh, I've done most of those. That's awesome.
Cool.
Um,
Good.
but it's still good to think about like what toiletries you have and what
Yeah.
you
So
might
there
need
was
to
still
get
like
more of.
something on there that you're like, oh, this is something for me to, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Good. Cool. And then Mikkel, you just had great feedback on this list, so.
Yeah, I'm still here. I did have a thought though. It
Yeah.
does seem that a lot of people are moving towards non-tox. I think it's a really
Yeah.
big thing on Instagram right now.
Uh-huh.
But I do know of a lot of people that aren't making any changes, and then they're just in the mindset of if it's sold in stores, it's safe. Like my parents included.
Yeah.
So maybe as part of this baby step, you have an explanation of why going non-tox is important.
Okay.
Like what some of these chemicals can do, how it can, help improve our lives. And then maybe instead of just throwing like, hey, it's good to go non-tox, here's a whole bunch, here's a huge list of really overwhelming changes to make.
Totally.
Okay, hold on, buddy. They, all right, there's a potty there, buddy. Sorry.
Oh, we're
Yeah,
losing you.
hopefully they
Oh,
can
there you
see
go.
like, okay, this is why it's important to make this change. And oh, sorry.
No, we
I'll
got
write
you.
it out in the feedback.
Okay. No, I got you back. You were okay.
Okay. Yeah, maybe if they know why exactly it's important to make all of the, just it's not a fad, it's not some way, but it really is easier.
Yes. I was thinking about that. Yeah. I was thinking about that actually this morning because I was like, I always pray about, how best to help you guys and how I can kind of add to your journeys and you know and I kind of thought that too, like add your why, like why do you do this, you know what I mean? And I do this out of literal necessity because I had like some crazy hormone symptoms and it was like all out of control, and I learned like what plastic does to the estrogen in your body, and it like raises the estrogen all crazy. So I had to get on these, luckily like these days there's so many resources, and I got on some supplements that like kind of cleared things up. But I mean, it really did cause some serious issues in my body. And so just out of pure necessity is why I did it. Um, but yeah, that's so good to kind of speak to like why? Like Why would you want to do this? How can this like really benefit you? And then, I mean, and then after that, people kind of need to just have an experience with the Lord or however to kind of let that sink in, I feel like. But that's really good feedback. What do you have any other feedback? I feel like I kind of interrupted you a little bit, Mikkel.
Oh, no, you're good. That was all.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. What do you guys have anything else that you would want to add? There's only a
Maybe
couple of you, so we can get in it. Go ahead.
maybe in addition to that is like a list of different companies that people can buy non-tox stuff from.
Love that. That is
It's just
really
always
good.
helpful to not have like the mental energy of like, okay, where can I get that?
Yes.
You know?
Yes, absolutely. Did you get our list of non-toxic swaps?
Maybe I didn't get that. So
Okay. Okay. Check your email, put it in the group me, or I'll just put a link to it in the group me.
okay.
We're still adding to it. I don't know if Alicia's had a chance to add her stuff because she has another company and they had a huge launch this week and that was so crazy for her, but we're so excited for her. But yeah, so I can put the link to that in the group me so you can see.
Oh, that'd be
But I
great.
do like the idea of categorizing and just saying, hey, I trust all these companies and you should be fine if you're buying from them. That is a really good idea. I love that. Okay. Cool. Because there are so many, and there's lots of here's the other thing. There's lots of companies that will be like, oh, we're green, we're clean. And it's like, but then later, like researchers or whomever find out actually not so much. It was more of a marketing play. So it's important to kind of know really what you're dealing with and have those resources. So thank you, Emily. Okay, anybody else have any more feedback for this week or thoughts to add? Okay. Okay, so thank you so much for participating. And this was so fun. It was kind of a little bright and early. Tell me if this was, you'll have to let me know if this was a good time for you guys. Or if we I mean, I think the rest of them are still going to be at 10:30, but we can always adjust and go 9:30 if that's what everybody wants. So, but for now, we'll stick with our schedule. And thank you guys so much for being here. We just love you. We're so glad you're here hanging out with us. Okay. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.